So, the double header by the Charlo brothers, all right? You know, to me, this looks like a new trend that could be starting, all right? I mean, you get two main events, okay, in like one pay-per-view. You know, I was thinking, why don't Bob Arum do pull something like this off? All right, since they're going back into the Tyson Fury trilogy and everything, and okay, it's PBC versus Top Rank. All right, why don't he put Terrence Crawford and make this a joint account like PBC made this a joint account with the Charlo brothers? Okay, like you could have Terrence Crawford his main event first, okay, but don't put him in there against Kell Brook. Funk that. Since it's PBC versus Top Rank, Wilder versus Tyson Fury, you can have it Sean Porter versus Terrence Crawford. Okay, I mean, look, I really don't know if this, don't know if this Kell Brook thing is already done, but if it's not, man, this seems like a pretty good idea. People will pay to see that fight, okay, against Crawford and Sean Porter, okay? And then later on down the line, we can watch, the trilogy fight with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, okay? I mean, I like that idea, what PBC had put on this past Saturday. So kudos to PBC for that, okay? You guys are really making noise in this boxing here, okay? Now, let's get on with the fight, all right? Now, I understand there was a lot of other good fights on, but, the main two I'm focusing on was, the Charlo brothers, because look, this was the biggest test in their careers. And to me, they did pretty well. Now, what sold me on this fight, okay, actually was two things. It was one, my wife, because she was going for the underdog in the Jamel Charlo fight with Rosario. Yeah, she was going for Rosario. Can you believe $500 she lost? Okay. So, all right, cool. We had to watch the fight. All right. Well, that was one reason. The second reason was what the stuff that Deverchenko was saying. Okay, Deverchenko was talking mad trash about Charlo, how he's going to pressure him, how he's going to make fraternal twins out of the Charlo brothers. He's going to mess his face up, rearrange his face. They ain't going to look alike no more. It kind of backfired. Okay, it kind of went the other way around. It was Deverchenko who ended up looking abnormal, than himself, at the end of the fight. But it was a good one, okay? Deverchenko, he had his moments in the fight. And, he caught, Jamal with some good stuff. Jamal, he stood up to it. All right. And he came back with his own fire and everything. Look, this is the boxing match. I like some people, I don't know. They looking for a fighter to be like Superman or dominant throughout the whole entire fight. And if that is to happen, oh, that fighter was on peds. Yeah. I mean, look, he didn't even tire out. Yeah. Y'all know how it go. So, look, it was a great fight between Charlo and Deverchenko. All right. Loved it. All right. Now, moving on with the, Jamel and Jason Rosario. Now, look, some people say Jason Rosario is the cheap version of a Felix Tito Trinidad. Boy got popped, but he ain't got no chin, okay? He's just weak up there, okay? Now, in his, fight, it looks like he was really hurting Charlo because he was pushing him back. Okay, some say he wasn't pushing him back, but from what I seen, Charlo, he was on to retreating, and okay, now he really was backing up, but he could have been doing that, to counterpunch. But if you look at it, it was like Rosario pressure took Charlo out of his own game plan. Charlo is a fighter that likes to come forward, but against Rosario, he was going backwards. So you have to give Rosario some points on that. All right. Now, when it came down to the knockdowns and everything, like the first couple knockdowns looked kind of sloppy, but hell, they were knockdowns. Okay, got him on the top of the head. The second one was a legit one. The third one, was a controversial one to the fans. Okay, all you have to do is go to Instagram. Because I seen the retake of it on Instagram. Go to Premier Boxing Champions on Instagram, and they got the video clip up when Charlo. You can clearly see Jamel Charlo punching Rosario directly on the belt line. He's not hitting them on the elbow like some people said. They have a perfect shot where you you can see Charlo's back and you can see Rosario's stomach and everything. He's all like this. You can just see all this and you can see where the punch land. It did not land on the elbow, didn't land on his knee, didn't land on his lat. No, it landed directly on the belt line. Now, people say they never seen him. He was having a seizure. No, he was having convulsions, breathing problems. Okay. I mean, look, he got caught with his guard, how can you say, he didn't have his guard up. I mean, he had this up, but he didn't have maybe he didn't have his stomach tight enough. Okay. Maybe, he was soft down there. Maybe he was breathing at the time. Okay. When he took the punch. All right. And that stuff hurt. Look, this is a professional boxer. These guys know how to punch. OK, Charlo hit him upstairs and then stepped into the punch, hit him downstairs. Rosario was backing up. OK, when he done it. But Charlo shifted his weight into the punch and went downstairs. I mean, you can hear the stuff loud and clear. Pow, pow. OK. And like I said, Rosario probably didn't have his guard up, probably didn't have his body tight. Okay. His stomach was probably loose. Okay. His belly was loose. Plus, that area anyway is very sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Around the belly button area is very sensitive. I mean, if Rosario would have had his stomach, his gut tight, probably the same thing would still have happened, but it wouldn't have been that dramatic. Okay, he probably would have taken a knee, all right, but he would have gotten back up. Probably been a little bit weak. But when your stomach ain't tight, you're not expecting that punch. What happened to Rosario? What happened to you? All right, definitely, if you get punched there by someone who knows how to punch, someone who knows how to shift their weight, okay, into their punches. So I don't know. I mean, look. The Charlos, they earned my respect. Okay. Before, it's not like I didn't have respect for them before, but I have more respect for them now. Okay. Before, I knew they were pretty good fighters. They had potential. You could see it in them, but I just thought they were too spoiled brats. But now, hey, they prove that they're, can hang with the elite. All right. Who's next for Charlo? Hey, well, a lot of people want the, Canelo Alvarez fight. We all know that's going to be hard to do. Demetrius Andrade is right there. Okay. You can do with that. Now, if Demetrius Andrade move up and Charlo, he's talking about moving up. Okay. Billy Joe Saunders, whatever. Okay. Hey, the door is open. They prove that they can hang with the elite. So much respect to PBC, to all boxers out there. Hope to see more, good fights like this in the future. This is my take on this, CMD Boxing Reports, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.